Good morning. So nice to have you join us on a beautiful day in October. Beautiful for a couple of reasons. For one thing, it's fall in the Tennessee Valley. For another, if you were like me and you've been looking at the forecast, we have 2 more hot days. And then the cool weather comes our way this weekend in perfect timing because one of Chattanooga's most loved music festivals is back this weekend, and the riverfront is going to come alive as the Three Sisters Bluegrass Festival brings some of the region's best musicians to town for the 16th year. And Carla Pritchard is here this morning. She's excited for all the fun the weekend is going to bring. Sweet 16.
Excited. It is. It's been a sweet 16. This is the 16th time that Chattanooga has been able to enjoy this great Bluegrass Festival presented free to the public at our riverfront, thanks to the Fletcher Bright family and the Fletcher Bright Company.
You're always going to pack a crowd anyway, but you have to confess to me that you've been pretty excited to see that drop in the temperatures for this weekend.
Yeah, we watch it. Of course, you know, we're most worried about the things like rain,
yeah.
but always very grateful to feel like it's what we all want to feel on a pretty October weekend.
It's just going to be the perfect launch for you because we've all endured. It's been a beautiful September, but come on, summer's been here long enough.
That's right.
So to get to throw on your jeans and go down and let your toe tap this weekend, this is going to be fun.
It will be fun.
So for Sweet 16, are you doing some special things? This is a pretty big year.
Well, it is a big year, and we are doing a few special things actually for the Three Sisters Festival. One is like we have an amazing headliner on Saturday night called Green Sky Bluegrass, and people are hearing about them. I'm getting texts and emails from folks once I sent out their press release saying, "Oh my goodness, they are huge," and I was like, "Yeah, they're great."
Where are they from?
Now, don't ask me a hard question that I can't answer really easily, but
okay. Well,
but I know that they, for instance, like pack out Red Rocks Amphitheater.
Oh my
and
gosh.
This is a big band, and they've in the past, I don't know, 10 years or so really come strong onto the scene, the bluegrass scene. And we actually did have them several years ago before they were quite so big, but they bring with them this huge tractor trailer full of lighting equipment. They do a pretty spectacular light show as part of their performance, and they're performing all the way at about 8 o'clock on Saturday night. But we start on Friday, this Friday at 5:30, so it starts about half an hour earlier than we ever have before because we got to squeeze it all in. We've got a lot of great stuff on Friday night.
You know, I'm trying to think of what you've taught me over the years, but part of it is that there is no one way to play bluegrass music. So when you assemble all these different musicians over the course of the weekend, each group will kind of have their own spin a little bit.
Yeah, they really do, absolutely. And one great example is the host band, the New Dismembered Tennesseans. They kick it off every year at 5:30 this year on Friday evening. They're always the first band, and they're incorporating the Chattanooga Symphony and Opera String Quintet, by the way.
Really?
So that'll be a really fun twist on the typical bluegrass sound. You know, some of the bands are all female, some are from the West Coast, some have been around for a long time, some are traditional, some are not. So
I think it's a relevant point to educate people a little bit this morning because we've seen this population explosion in town the last few years. And if you're fairly new to Chattanooga, I think it's interesting to know Chattanooga backstories. So you casually mentioned thanks to the Fletcher Bright Company. But for those who don't know who Fletcher Bright was, yes, he was this real estate icon in town and this beloved man, but his musicianship was legendary.
Right, exactly. Probably better known regionally and across the country for his fiddle work as a performer and as a teacher, as someone who supported.
An encourager,
Yes, exactly, in so many ways. Benefactor, all sorts of things that really have brought bluegrass to the forefront in Chattanooga. And 16 years ago, while he was still living, decided that he wanted to just bring this as a gift to showcase the music that he loved. He knew other people would love it as well.
Yeah.
And the family continues to do that.
So his band had been the Dismembered Tennesseans,
right? Had been around.
And I never can remember his name, Carla, but who was his sweet best friend from Macaulay that was in the band? Am I setting you up again?
No, Frank McDonald and Doc Collis. And Doc is still with the band.
Still there.
One of the original members. And now Fletcher's granddaughter, Eleanor, is part of the band, and that's really fun to see that legacy continue.
So it's just fun if you head down there this weekend and you're watching them. Now you know a little bit of the backstory. So when you are scouring the country, you and your team, to get these great acts coming our way, often they've probably heard of Fletcher Bright.
Oh, they have. Many are so excited to be invited, right? And then some have been here before and just look forward to the opportunity to potentially come back, and others have just been waiting for their turn. But yeah, we have Grammy Award winners, obviously. So many of these folks are well known within their industry, and folks in the Hall of Fame of Bluegrass for their particular instrument that they play. And so it's some of the best of the best. Rhonda Vincent is coming Friday night, Michael Cleveland, and Brothers Comatose, and just on and on. The seats schedule easily on the website, of course. But
what about parking? What do you encourage people to do? Just come early?
Well, sure. That always helps. There are plenty of parking garages around the area. We're at the waterfront at Ross's Landing, right? So there's a parking garage right there by Cold Stone Creamery. And we try not to affect too much of the parking in the area in terms of what we claim for the event site itself. But
you don't do a shuttle?
No, the shuttles that already exist every day downtown are still in full operation, and will bring you within a block of the event site itself. So you can get on the choo-choo, anywhere in between the choo-choo and the riverfront. Right. It's free of charge.
And the fact that the event itself is free, all the music is free, you have a chance to go out to eat, have some fun downtown, and soak it all up.
Absolutely, and food vendors galore down there. I will mention one other really interesting thing that's happening on Saturday at 4 o'clock. We'll have a brief appearance by this 12-foot puppet named Amal, who travels the world. She's basically a replica of a 10-year-old Syrian refugee girl who spreads the message of hope for displaced people everywhere. And you might have seen her at European festivals. She's in the U.S. and making some stops in Chattanooga. So she'll be here around about 20 or 30 minutes beginning at 4 o'clock on Saturday.
Well, my foot's already tapping. I'm ready to go.
I hope we see you there.
Thank you, Carla Pritchard. You can always learn more about what they're doing this weekend. The Sweet 16 party for Three Sisters Bluegrass at threesistersbluegrass.com. Carla's company is Chattanooga Presents. You can see about the great events that she has coming up as the year goes along, but don't miss your chance to come and tap your toe along with the rest of us this weekend. Thanks so much.
Got remodeling on your mind, but your space is too cluttered to get it done? Call All About Storage Container Rental. Our 20-foot containers are bigger and more secure than the other options. Rentals start at just $125 a month. All About Storage Container Rental, 423-267-2129.
We find missing people who have slipped through the cracks, and we bring them home. I will do anything to bring people home. New case.
We make quite the partnership, don't we?
Found tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Who am I this time? This is a big day.
You're actually enjoying this.
Hamrick's gigantic fall truckload sale continues. Kitchen appliance blowout.